Hello, I'm Jesse Bergman, lead designer for Battle for Sularia, the card game. I'm joining you today to discuss Pack 1 of our newly released Foundation series into the Alpha program. Pack 1 of the Foundation series is all about setting the tone for the remaining 10 packs to come throughout the year. Like all Alpha program packs, it comes with 4 brand new, unique cards for you to begin testing and playing with. So let's jump right into the new cards with the Godmen of the Jotun. Throughout previous releases, the Jotun have had some excellent sights on the upper end of the influence curve. Those sights, being higher in influence cost, have been difficult for them to play traditionally. Supremacy is a brand new condition card that helps Jotun players cheat the influence curve and play those more powerful sights sooner in the game. With the previous edition Alpha Escalation series, many new sights were introduced to the Jotun. Supremacy, combined with cards like Lord Oathkey the Hawk from The Battle Begins, provides players with even more powerful sights, and Foundation will continue to build upon this trend. At 2 construction costs, the card is a little expensive for the Jotun, and will require deck builders to make sacrifices somewhere else in their decks. Will you be playing Supremacy in your Jotun deck? We would love to hear from you and know what you think that deck would look like. Next up, we have the Scythian. The Scythian have always been masters at making excellent Solarium resources throughout the course of a game, and they've used that Solarium to deal damage directly. Cards such as Solarium Tactical Assault Beam and Feedback have traditionally been in Scythian deck builders' toolkits for quite some time. With Linked Feedback and Solarium Storm in the Escalation series, the direct damage abilities were escalated even further. Foundation starts right up where we left off in Escalation for the Scythian with a brand new tactic called Charged Blast. Charged Blast is a powerful new Scythian tactic, and with it you will be able to pay 3 Solarium to deal 3 damage to any target on the battlefield, whether that be a sight, combatant, or even your opponent directly. With this new addition to the direct damage toolkit, will you be going strictly direct damage, or will you still be throwing some of those nasty robots like Hydro Reavers and Hecaton Warhulks into your deck? Next up, we have the X-Solarian. And the X-Solarian have always been a faction that has strived to control the opponent's battlefield and win on their own terms. The first release of the Foundation series is no exception to the rule for X-Solarian. Escalation introduced some powerful new sites like Repository of Forgotten Age, and many different ways to interact with the discard pile, but left the X-Solarian still having some non-traditional means on how to get those cards into the discard pile. With the introduction of Foundation series, we bring together a brand new Type 1 site at a very low cost in the site curve. Wicked Dodge fills 2 purposes. One is it allows you to reliably get cards into your discard pile for recursion with Repository, and the other is it helps deny your opponent's cards by removing them before they ever get them into their hands. With an expensive deck building cost though, players will have to make some hard choices. To make Repository, Wicked Dodge, Stockade, and Village of San Clemente all fit into a deck will really, really challenge the player. This helps serve a purpose, and that we hope as Foundation continues to evolve, that players will have difficult decisions as to what cards are most important in their deck. Finally, but definitely not least, we have the Protoan Horde. Escalation saw some very powerful Protoan combatants come into the fray, and it really helped expand their initial design space from Reign of Terror. However, Foundation is all about introducing some brand new mechanisms to the Protoan. Really give them a very frightful experience on the battlefield. And with it comes a brand new keyword, Ambush. Ambush is one of the new ways we are approaching combatant design in Battle for Sularia. And with it, it allows you, the player, to use any action window to deploy your combatant. If that action window is during the Declare Attacker substep or the Declare Defender substep of your attack phase, those combatants are deployed attacking or defending respectfully. This is a powerful ability, and it gives players very limited opportunities to interact with these combatants for at least the first attack, almost guaranteeing a full attack power if played correctly. Tarragon, Worm of Taraxia, is the first combatant we're going to introduce. Tarragon is a Type 1 combatant, and it is also equipped with Virus, which is a very powerful keyword when combined with the keyword Ambush. If you've been a really astute follower of Battle for Sularia, we've even hinted at the Tarragon going all the way back to Chapter 1 Descent, when Animus was talking in Novum and indicated that the sector was not clear. Tarragon's stats aren't something that you're going to write home about. When you consider a Type 1 combatant with a 5 Solarium cost, he's not going to be the strongest attacker and defender in your deck. However, his utility far makes up for his lack of power. And his power can be altered in so many different ways with the Protoan. Truly, this means that Tarragon can be a force to be reckoned with in just about a multitude of different ways. And so we would love to hear, how do you think Tarragon is best used? How will you use Tarragon in your Protoan deck? And what do you think will happen with Tarragon as the game evolves? This wraps up Pack 1 for the Foundation series, and I can't wait to share more cards with you next month when we release them. And remember, the cards are completely free to download, which means that you can just go out to our website, go to the Alpha program page, and just download the print and play files and print them off and sleeve them up and add them to your decks right now. But that's not all the Alpha program's about. The Alpha program is about you, the players of Sularia, helping us shape the future for Omega releases. At some point in the near future, we will begin offering these packs as a service. We will print them for you and send them to you on official Sularia card stock. Now, this is, of course, a premium, but it will give you the ability to get the cards without spending time cutting and sleeving and doing all of those things, for those of you that would like to save some time. I want to thank you for tuning in today. If you enjoyed this content, we really hope you'll give it a thumbs up. And if you really like it, we hope you'll subscribe to the channel for more content related to Battle for Solaria. And until next time, everybody have a great day.